A lot of you may be aware of the kind of dreamy, light and textured type effect that many wedding and portrait photographers use when processing their images. This type of effect owes its heritage to Michael Orton, who was one of the photographers who created this way of processing images to get this kind of dreamy effect. Inside the guided edit panel for Photoshop Elements 10, we've added in a new Orton effect. So you can get those same types of effects on your images much easier and quicker than if you had to do them using long manual processes. So with an example image like this one open, let's go into the guided edit panel under the photo effects section and just click on Orton effect. You can see immediately that we have a thumbnail at the top showing us a before and after. Just roll your mouse cursor over the thumbnail and you'll be able to see a before and after version of the effect. Directly underneath that we have a button that just says Add Orton Effect. So clicking on that will apply the effect directly to your image. We then have three controls to adjust the characteristics of the effect. I want to get in a little bit closer to the image so that we can get to see how this effect works on things like around the eyes. So increasing the blur, you can see the difference in the level of blur when applied to the photo. So we want to get to a point where we've got just enough detail in there, but a nice softening of the skin tones. So we want to maintain the detail but soften the skin tones. Then we have the ability to add in some noise. So essentially this is a bunch of texture. Now you might be able to see it there, so I'm just going to grab the zoom tool from the toolbar on the left hand side and just zoom into this area here, and you can see where the noise is sitting in the image. Now of course it won't appear like this when you print the image because we're really magnifying the image quite a lot so that you can see the effect of the noise. As I drag down the noise slider, you'll see that the noise is less dominant. As I move it across to the right, you see how it gets stronger. Let's get back to fill screen, and you'll see at that level we get a much more realistic representation of the noise level. And the last control that we have is to adjust brightness. So often the images that have been adjusted using the Orton effect have a light and airy feel to them. So we can just target the brightness in the image here using this slider control as well. Let's have a look at the image after the process and drop down our view to before and after horizontal, and you'll see the before image on the left and the light, airy, textured and slightly blurred image on the right.